Hey guys, so the latest projects that I've graded, I have not put on iNow yet, but I can tell you they were a mixed bag of nuts. Some of them were so good, and it was obvious that people put time and effort into them and did a great job. And some were so, I don't want to use the word bad because it's not like they tried and failed. Some were just so lazy. Some were just like so basic. So excuse me, we calculated we have in here about 450 minutes per week, and I talk maybe 10 minutes a day, so that gives you about 400 minutes per week to work on projects. And some of us are turning in multiple very good projects, and it's just clear that their time is well spent and they're putting forth diligent effort and doing a great job. And some the flip side, it's so clear that out of the 400 minutes, some of you may have spent 30 productively, and I don't know what the heck you did with the rest of the time. And so just know, your grades will ultimately reflect your own effort. And so I've had some awkward conversations in the past, guys. And so please, if you choose to not work hard, that's your choice. But please don't come and have a conversation with me later during my off time or planning period or at the end of the year when I'm getting ready to go spend, Christmas with my family or something, asking if I'll give a higher grade. I absolutely will not. And so if you want to get a good grade, now's the time, earn a good grade, right? So here's a few examples, and one of these things I've shown you guys before, but I think it's good to review this. Okay, so number one, this is a picture that I did not take. If I just add words to this, basically that's like getting food from somewhere that's already been made and then giving it to someone else and telling them that you made it, right? So I did not make this. I just typed a few words. So as far as the grade goes, all that I could really give you credit for is the fact that you typed 3 letters. That's what you did, right? I can't give you credit really for the photograph that you didn't take. I can give you credit that you typed 3 words. So please keep that in mind. If you get back a grade that you're not pleased with, please just think, well, what did I do? And did I spend, roughly 400 minutes on this set of projects, or did I spend 15 minutes when other people in my class spent 400? And, just kind of get what you get and don't pitch a fit. So a quick review how you can make a better project. For one, go to behance.net, go to impawards.com, and get an idea. Don't just aimlessly, blindly try to randomly figure something out. Go and type in, we'll type in basketball, mercy. And we'll get an idea, a clear-cut idea, and just kind of see what we like. And if we click on one that we kind of like, what happens is it'll open up and it'll show you a bunch of really big, high-resolution versions of that, multiples. And then it'll show you others like that. Like here's one where he's wearing a mask, things like that. So first of all, get an idea that you're happy with, and then just start to kind of go that direction. You can, add your own spin to it, do an Auburn High School version of it or whatever. And then instead of just typing in something and leaving it as that, go ahead and crop it out. Like we cropped out the young lady, so she's on her own separate layer, and now I'm free to do what I want. Like I got a picture of the school, and I enlarged it, and let's see here, we'll make it pretty big, like this right here, and that's good right there. I'm going to suck the color out of it, image adjustments, desaturate, and put this blue on top, and change the blue to be where I can see the blue and see the colors of the shades of the school at the same time. We'll go with that right there. And rather than just type something, I can change it to another version of itself. I can give it an outline. I can do what I want. I can make it drop shadows and things like that. I don't want to just do the most basic version of it. I can give it a stripe if I want to. To do that, you just click and drag, and I would paint that in with a paint bucket tool. So, but I don't want one at the top. So let me step backward real quick. Let's see here. We'll put the word tonight on there and add a logo and add a lens flare. If you add a lens flare, it's going to have a black background. Change it to screen. And so here, we'll make this like maybe just a little bit see-through, just so you can see the person through it a little bit. And here's the difference. So this is nothing that you did. It's a good photograph, but we didn't take it, right? This is we're taking different ingredients and mixing them together ourselves to make our own project. And so this will take you a little more time than this, but this is a graphic design project. This is just plagiarism. So let me show you a few more examples. You guys have seen some of these, but these were all done by students that I'm about to show you. This was by a student in level 2, but he just started level 2. And this was by a student who was in this class last year. They all did the thing where it's a good foreground, a good background that they made themselves, and good typography where they went and they downloaded their own fonts and did things to them, right? I mean, they, 2 different fonts, 2 different colors. One has a shadow on it, things like that, Let's see here. Here's another one where it's, again, 2 separate fonts. One is kind of see-through to the texture background. One does this little thing where the colors flip and reverse and things like that. Good background, good foreground, good typography. That equals a good project. And they did it themselves, right? So here's another one. All these, again, were done by students. The background has people in it, and it's not just the basic background that it came with. They had to crop out 3 different people, and they did. They took the time and did it. Multiple people had to be cropped out. The background has typography in it. There's one for baseball. Here's another for football. Again, I cannot say it enough. Go get a good idea, get a good foreground, which is the main thing, a good background, and good typography. If you do that, you will have good projects. Every single one of these that I'm showing you, they did that. And here's, again, good foreground, good background, good typography, just time and time again. If you have those things, then you have a good project. It takes time. Granted, it does take time. But if you don't take the time to do that, it's not that your project will necessarily just look bad. That's not so much the issue. I appreciate when you guys try hard and occasionally fail. That happens to all of us, right? It's obvious when that happens. Like, they put some time into it. It doesn't look as great as we had hoped, but it's obviously obvious that they tried. The flip side happened in this most recent project. I don't know if we're using the difficulties of the year as an excuse or what, but some of us turned in a project that clearly required no time or effort. And if you do that, I love you. I'm glad you're in the class. I can't pass you. That's not fair, because there are people in here who are turning in, again, multiple good projects. So please, either, you want an A, okay, that's good. Do what it takes to earn an A. If you want an A, then work for it, right? Or B, if you don't get an A, just don't be the kid that comes up to me at the end of the semester magically wanting me to raise your grade or wanting me to stay in here in the classroom for you to do catch-up projects that you should have done when you had the time, and keeping me away from my family, because I love you, but I love them too, and I will not do it. So grades will not be magically raised at the end. So having said all that, there's maybe a little honeymoon phase where you get an easy-ish grace nod at the beginning where your grade's a little higher than earned, but that time has kind of come and gone. So forthcoming, what you turn in, your grades, you'll just kind of get what you get. So sorry, I don't want this to come across as at all mean But I do want it to come across as serious in that, like, you get what you work for, you get what you earn. And so some of us are on a trajectory that is not a trajectory for an A. Does that make sense? Some of us are walking down a path that there's not an A at the end of that path. Does that make sense? So just think, am I spending even close to 400 minutes per week like the other students are? Or am I just sitting there on my phone? So if you're at home, some of you have the capacity to work on your project like here. Some of you don't. If not, don't turn in a little lazy project from home. Do the other option. Do the option where you take the practice test. And you can see about that at the very top of Schoology. Like the very first YouTube link tells you about how you can do that. Okay, my time has come and gone, guys. Love you guys to death. Some of y'all are crushing it, doing great. Some of you guys need to do work. And I hope that you will. I'll talk to y'all later.